Welcome back to the Stephen Knight Show. One of mine all over social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, of course, our official website, thestephenknightshow.com. All right, well, an eighth grade teacher in Arizona and her husband were both fired from their school jobs after recording explicit OnlyFans videos in her classroom, which she says was necessary to supplement their low salaries. The Thunderbolt Middle School science teacher, Samantha Peer, known only as Chloe Carter, reportedly uploaded the X-ray videos to her OnlyFans account, which her students eventually discovered and shared amongst themselves. So her point was the reason why she did this was, supplementary income. She has kids and they were kind of struggling financially. And she said that although she did do it in the classroom, she did it on after hours and weekends where students wouldn't be there. And she even blocked the state of Arizona from being able to view her account. But the issue is, and so initially they suspended her when it started circling around the school. And then they said that they wouldn't, they said, what did they say? They wouldn't make this a known thing to the school or to the community if she resigned. But once it hit the students and the parents, they ended up letting her go 4 days after she put in her resignation. So the reason why the parents were upset and the community was upset, it wasn't necessarily that she had an OnlyFans account. It's because she advertised it on her personal social medias, which were open. And so if someone Googled and students followed her on social media, they were able to see the link that way. One parent said it was just OnlyFans and it wasn't on her social media, open social media accounts, they wouldn't even cared. But the fact that it was open to the public, and they said that one parent said, the parent said, I'm a taxpayer. I'm not paying these teachers to film pornography, excuse me. They're here to teach our kids and set high standards for them. So where do you think, I'll start with Juliana, this teacher went wrong?
I got a list, but let me just say this. Teachers are one of the most underpaid people.
Absolutely.
They are super duper underpaid.
Absolutely.
And it's ridiculous how underpaid that they are. It's ridiculous what they have to go through with people's children, especially people who don't control their children starting at home.
Right.
You can do what you want to do. Sure enough. Where you first things first, you could do it. Why the hell you do it in the classroom? Right. Why you don't do it at home? Because I'm just trying to understand. If you was trying to set the mood, you could have went to Staples and bought you some stuff and set it up like a classroom in your crib.
Right.
Kids over somebody's house to let them babysit, and that would have been that. That's the problem. That's the problem. 2, whose husband was on OnlyFans to go check it out because he had to pay to get in.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Him had to pay to get in. Matter of fact, who else decided to sign up for OnlyFans? Just to see, I guarantee you, somebody signed up just to see what she was doing. But what her husband were doing. I don't know how long you could, to even promote it on your personal page, you could have been incognito. You understand what I'm saying? And still been able to, listen, if I could do OnlyFans, maybe I should do one for my feet because I can't do nothing else. Let me talk to my boyfriend about that because I need some extra money too. So I might have to get back to y'all on that and let y'all know. But go ahead.
But Chigga, what's funny is that so the kids start airdropping the content to each other at the school.
Why wouldn't they?
The school, they reached out to all the parents and asked the parents to make sure they delete the imagery from the kids' phones.
The kids are smarter than the parents.
Right? They probably know what an airdrop was. Chika, what's your thoughts on this teacher? Because she did try by blocking it from her state, but posted on her social media, advertising that way, you know.
It
I
was
want to be
just
the
a dumb.
advertiser.
It was a dumb move. It was a dumb, stupid move, and she should have been thinking better than that. Because what it actually does, it deems her ineffective.
Yeah.
She's ineffective as a teacher because her students found out about it. How are you going to learn from your porn star teacher?
Right.
You're not going to pay attention to her.
Uh-uh.
You're not going to receive what she's trying to give you.
Yeah.
That relationship between teacher and student is now severed. It's augmented. It's tainted.
Absolutely.
And so not only is it fodder for the public now, you have now influenced minors. How are you going to walk into the building and deliver? How are you going to do that? And she probably messed herself up from working from any board.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The thing is, they didn't press any charges against her as of, recently. They haven't pressed charges against her.
So now her money situations just became worse.
Yeah, it's true. Our last story, the critics are accusing the lottery of systemic racism after aggressively marketing itself to poor Black and Brown communities across the country, according to a bombshell CNN report. Now, the piece published Wednesday comes just days after the largest Powerball jackpot lottery ticket was sold in Altadena, California, where one lucky resident took home a massive $2.4 billion grand prize. Even though the odds were 1 in 292.2 million, researchers tell CNN that the state lottery still aggressively marketed and sold tickets to low-income communities at higher rates, with misleading promise of quickly generating wealth. These communities are disproportionately made up of Black and Brown people. Critics say the consequence is the marginalized people will be driven into deeper debt by a system that is transferring wealth out of their communities. This is from CNN, Nicole, Terry Ellis, and Justin Gamble. The National Director of Stop Predatory Gambling, Les Burnell, called the lottery consumer financial fraud and a form of systemic racism. Researchers found that lotteries are aggressively a service, meaning low incoming groups spend more money on lottery tickets than incredible wealth or income. People with incredible wealth or income. More money is spent on instant scratch-off games than drawings like Powerball and Mega Millions. So I kind of see this. What are your thoughts on this, Chike, and saying in this report saying that the lottery is systemic, accuse them of systemic racism?
This isn't anything new.
Right.
About 4,000 years ago, when I was a kid, my mom used to go to towns over to get her lottery tickets because she knew that the winning tickets weren't anywhere near where we lived. Mm-hmm. So she would travel to go get her lottery tickets. So this isn't anything new.
Right. Right. Well, Anita, they said if you win the lottery, this is what you should do. They said you shouldn't tell anyone about your winnings other than an attorney engaged specifically to assess the claiming prize, along with the people whom you jointly purchased the ticket. He says the best keep your routine and work with an attorney to maintain anonymity, if necessary, or until you're ready to receive media attention and questions about your prize. What do you think about, first of all, his suggestions on what you should do if you win, and also the systemic racism piece?
Definitely. Like when I finally do decide, and I feel like I want to play, I play in certain areas. Mm-hmm. Of course, I played in Jersey where I'm from, but play out here. I know somebody hit it big out here at one point in time. This is a predominantly that area. So I'm gonna say this. Check your state in regards to when you win a large sum of money like that, because some states force you to not be anonymous.
Yes.
So check your state. For me personally, an attorney, and if I live in a state to where they're trying to force me to not be anonymous, we're gonna fight that, because ain't nobody, not there, not nobody gonna know nothing.
Yeah.
And I have to plan accordingly and move accordingly. Instead of giving my job 2 weeks, I may give them 6 months. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna move accordingly to get up out of there. But I mean, keeping it simple. Most of the time when people end up broke again after they win the lottery is because they doing a whole bunch of lot of extra shit that you shouldn't be. And because you opened up your mouth, now you got all these cousins coming out of the woodworks.
Yep.
Like, hey, cousin, I need. No. Remember when you ain't know me? Keep that same energy.
Right.
Because I know you.
Exactly.
And my bougie would have been upgraded, just like it is now, because I gotta take first class. My bougie has been upgraded. So my pinky is gonna be extra out.
Right. Extra. Yeah. I think I forgot how many states you can't be anonymous, but I wish that they should make it that she should be able to be anonymous, because that's really like
you put a target on your back. You sitting there with this big old check. And they're putting, and I think that they do that by design, by putting that target on your back. I really do. So
have you seen the people showing up with masks on their face? Things like that.
Yeah, I know. It's like a man in China did that. Yeah. Like, okay. Oh, you said I gotta show up?
Right.
Let me. And I think somebody in Jamaica did that. Showed up with a mask.
Right.
Covered. He was like, you ain't gonna know my hands or nothing. Nothing. Covered up everything.
All right. Well, Linnea, thank you so much for Hot Topics. Cheeky, I will see you at Movie Views, and we will be right back. Before we go, Linnea, you had something you wanted to say. I'm sorry.
I did. Listen, Georgia does not deserve Stacey Abrams. So I want to send a shout out to Stacey Abrams. Yes. Georgia does not deserve her. When you talk about somebody who is like on the ground and grassroots and who like she be in it, she has been in it for a long. She should have been governor a long time ago. And I just want to say to her, I don't even live in Georgia, but I appreciate her. I value her. I respect her. And I uplift her. I don't know if she's going to try this again, but Georgia don't deserve you, Stacey. Stacey Abrams, you are an amazing Black woman. And you have gone through so much because you've been cheated. You were cheated the first time. You were cheated, but the first time you were really cheated because he really, really cheated. This time he's super cheated because it was a lot of stuff and that gerrymandering and moving stuff and people couldn't vote where they said they couldn't. Stacey, you are amazing. And I ask for God to continue to cover you and watch over you and keep you vigilant, because I know this is something that you want. You got a lot of people behind you. So don't let those who are not put you in a position to where you be like, I'm done. But Georgia don't deserve you. Shout out to Stacey Abrams.
I agree. Whoopi Goldberg said it best. She probably didn't win because she had something greater to do. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you as always. We'll be right back after this.